What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today we have another reaction video, which is the one with Kenneth and his his girl his ex-girl that cheated on him with her cousin. And she's coming out with some crazy allegations. And honestly, I don't know. I don't think they're true. I don't know if I should really say that. But like, yeah, I don't know. Personally, I don't think they're true. Only because she got exposed for something this crazy, and it's like she's just trying to find something to put dirt on his name. Maybe he did do it, maybe he didn't, I don't know. But we have to see proof first until, we could believe, well, until I believe any of these kinds of things, because I know a lot of girls, they actually go through things like this, and I don't think that is fair that a lot of people, they just just make false allegations onto people, like, to ruin their careers and stuff like that, because stuff like this is very serious. When it came to Kenneth, he did show a lot of proof of what she was doing with her cousin, so I feel like she should show some type of proof. I mean, we're gonna see in this video. I haven't watched it, but I just I hope all of these things are false, because like I said, this could ruin somebody's career. And I feel like even though she did sleep with her cousin, yeah, they're gonna joke about it all the time, but I feel like she could still come back from it. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's get into the video. And I'm not using no face cam because I actually want you guys to see the whole video. But if you guys want to see my face in the next one, just let me know down below. But all right, let's get into this one.
Catalina, there's no way out of this one. I'm sorry, but you're done. You're finished. So apparently Kat has dropped a video titled My Truth. But honestly, Kat has dropped a video titled My Truth, but the whole video's fucking lies. So how the fuck does that work? I'm not gonna lie, Kat, you fucked with the wrong one. No.
The thing is, like I was saying, he doesn't look like the type of guy to do the things that she said, but you never know what happens behind closed doors. Like, this girl was literally fucking her cousin, so we don't really know.
Nobody, and I mean nobody, will sit here and fucking lie on my fucking name, bro. Hell nah. Alright, so the demon has dropped the video, My Truth.
The demon
For
is
whatever
crazy.
fucking reason, it has 2.8 thousand likes. Y'all niggas are sick in the head. Y'all niggas really let yourself get manipulated by this demon, bro. By this fucking demon. Let's get into it.
Hello everyone, I am here to say my truth and share my story on the things that have been released on the internet and the things that have happened to me. First and foremost, I want to start off by taking full accountability for what I did. I want to start off by apologizing to the person that I hurt the most in this situation, which was my ex. I want to say sorry to my supporters that I disappointed. I did a lot of things that I'm not proud of, and I have to own up to them. To my ex, I'm so sorry for hurting you, and I'm sorry that I did not take your feelings into consideration when I did what I did. But our relationship was not picture perfect.
All right, I'm sorry for fucking. You know what? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that chat. Whoa, I cannot speak. That chat GPT ass script response. That shit sounded so bad. Like, you could have went in a little bit more in depth on apologizing to the one person you claimed you loved. You know what I'm saying? But
Sorry for cheating on you with my cousin, but our relationship wasn't perfect, so that's the reason why I did so.
crazy.
I'm sorry for sending my cousin pictures of my ass, titties, and fucking cooch on your living room couch and in your restroom and on my bed, but you know what?
Like I said, in his own crib, you're doing stuff like this.
Because our relationship wasn't okay, that excuses it. I'm sorry that you had to find my cousin's cock in my camera roll, but you know what? It's okay, because our relationship wasn't okay in the first place. And that right there is the work of the reputation saver that you was emailing and your fucking YouTube manager told me about, bruh. He told me that the moment I exposed you, that you was emailing people trying to figure out ways how to come back from this shit, bruh. You was emailing people discussing ways on how to just push the whole cousin.
Yeah, so she obviously didn't give a fuck about what she did. She cares more about her Twitch than the person that was holding it down for her.
Freakery aside, and just bring something new to light. And it's like, bro, like, come on, bro. Like, you really gonna try to ruin me because you got caught cheating on your cousin. I'm innocent. I didn't do shit. But you know what? I'm gonna watch the video and hear what you gotta say.
As it may seem. I lost myself in our relationship, and I was in a very dark place at the time when I did what I did. I have to own up to what I did. I have to take accountability for my actions. And in doing that, I've come to realize that I need help for myself and for all my loved ones around.
My bad, yo. I just decided to turn on my face cam. I don't know if they're gonna copyright strike me or not, but
Okay, all right, yeah, we get that.
help in order to correct my mistakes, reflect on what I've done, and become a better person. But I would still like to come on here to share my story because regardless, I've done wrong and I did not have to go down that route and I deeply regret it. But there's more to my story and there's a lot of lies and misinformation being spread about me in
Okay.
order to farm more hate and negativity with my name. And I would like to clear up a lot of things. First, I want to address the note that was
my bad. But there are like billions of people in this world, and the first person you look to, have sexual relations with is your cousin. The cousin, I don't think he even wanted to date you. He just wanted to crack, or whatever the case may be. But this is very weird to me.
released online. I did not have any involvement in creating it or writing.
It was a shared note. Bro, on Apple phones, you share a note to somebody. You collaborate on a note. Both people, you have to literally like damn near like accept that shit. Am I tripping? It's a shared note. I went through your notes app and that shit was there. You have a bucket list with your cousin, bro. Like, come on, bro. Some of the stuff that's on there doesn't even make sense if he wrote it from his point of view. The internet is not that stupid.
In any way. It was only shared to me. And I also want to make this very clear. I did not have any sexual intercourse with anybody outside of my relationship. There was a rumor going around that I was cheating my entire relationship and I've been doing this for months, which is completely false.
Hey, first of all, hold on. First of all, there's clips on the internet of you literally admitting, confessing your love for your cousin.
But back when I was like, I don't even know the age to be honest. I was young. I was just hitting puberty. Me and my cousin,
L story, yep, get
we
to the
kind of had a
point.
thing. We kind of had a thing going. But like, it was kind of one-sided though. It was more so me. But like, I remember like, I had a big crush on this nigga because we were best friends. And at the time, being best friends with a guy when I'm just hitting puberty and like my hormones are a little bit like peaking, you know what I'm saying? I kind of associated
know what
him
you're saying.
with that.
Literally, like I'm talking about, I don't know how
I don't know what you're saying. That makes no sense.
old this clip was last year, 2 years ago, but we've been dating for 2 years and some change. And you're on stream talking about how you have feelings for your cousins. You found him attractive when I was younger. You don't know if it was your hormones taking over. But now the fact that you cheated on me with your cousin, this means that every single time you told me that you left to go hang out with your family, that you left to Kentucky to go stream at this fucking, the biggest world fucking roller coaster in the world, that you was with your cousin. Because, I have proof.
Oh, wait, let's see. Going to the main event. Okay. I'm getting food. I'm going to college campus. Oh, my friend. Damn, bro, you ain't car wash?
That too, like you was in the whole
Wait, nah, sometimes I go out there to smoke and don't end up smoking. I just
hotel room with your cousin. You kept on telling me you was going on these trips. You went to Puerto Rico with your cousin. You went everywhere with your cousin. And it's like, bruh, like, but you only cheated on me recently, right? This only happened last month, right? Okay, but I guess you just get to excuse that. I guess I don't know. Like, I don't know if this is like manipulation, top tier rage bait or what. But okay, you know what? I'm gonna keep on listening to what you got to say. All right.
False because this is only a recent incident that had occurred. I'm not trying to make anything I've done sound any better, but I think it's important that I share my truth because of the insane amount of lies that are being spread about me on the internet. Firstly, I want to clear up that I wasn't disowned by anybody, and I still have a great relationship with my mother. This was a fallacious rumor that was started by someone that I thought was a friend and is completely untrue. My family does not agree with the choices that I made, but they're standing beside me as I continue to get help and work to better myself. I also want to talk about
First of all, even though I'm in the right 100% for leaving you and talking about how I feel because you cheated on me with your cousin, you know, your parents were literally calling me and threatening me to delete that video because I don't know, they were threatening me with so much stuff that was just so uncalled for. And I don't know, it just seems like they're more biased to you than what's actually going on. Like, I think the fact that you're making this video right now and
let's be honest. Obviously, the parents, they're going to be biased to their daughter, especially with these allegations. I mean, not even allegations, with these stuff that's out. You know, they don't want... It doesn't only tarnish their name. Well, her name, it tarnishes their name too. So...
I don't know, man. Let me just keep watching the video.
Let me know down below. Do you guys think he should have, exposed the situation?
extreme that my ex was on, where he alleged that I did not want to publicly claim him and I wanted to hide our relationship from the internet. But in reality, in the first year of us being together, we actually had a popular couple page. And the real reason on why I wanted to go private was because at the time, I had a lot of people actively telling me to leave him.
Bro. Like, it's honestly crazy how much, like, bro,
But if you're going private because somebody is telling you to leave somebody, why do you care? You're with the person. That's who you love. That's who you're with. Why do you care what other people are saying? Just keep making content because I know there's other people out there that enjoy the content. Why do you care so much?
never been in a situation like this, but bro, girls
Red flag.
are
Number one.
really like manipulators, bro. And I wish I had iCloud Pro or iCloud Plus, bro, because I'm scrolling through my phone trying to bring the proof. This girl literally would make excuses not to post me because her fucking fan base was majority guys. She kept on telling me that she had a lot of mods that would gift her subs and she would use them, bruh. She would literally use y'all, bruh. She would literally take y'all money and fucking, I don't know what type of operation she had going on, but bro, she didn't want to post me because of all her male fans. She didn't want to talk about me. I ain't gonna lie, we broke up like 5+ times in our whole relationship, and 99.9% of the times we broke up, she ran to the internet to talk about the breakup, to talk about whatever happened. And it's just so weird, bro. But the moment I do, when you actually do something insane, like cheated on me with your cousin, I'm the bad guy. Like, I'm the bad guy.
Because it was toxic. I also want to make it clear that any cousin or stepbrother or any content like that we made together was his idea and he convinced me to do it.
Say wallahi.
Cap. I know that's cap.
Like I
Stop
said,
lying.
bro, she did not want the internet to know that she had a boyfriend because it would make her lose followers. She kept on telling me that, and I wish I had screenshots from when, bro. I don't know what's going on my iCloud. I'm trying to get messages from like early 2024 to 23, but I can't, bro. But I promise y'all, she would not want to post me. You could go on her page. She never had videos of me. It was always me, bro. I literally kept on telling her, why don't you post me? Why don't you post me? And she confessed this one time saying, my followers are majority males. They would unfollow me. I would lose all my followers, etc., etc., etc. She's sick in the head, bro.
Next thing I want to address is a very serious topic. It is my belief that suicide in any form should be taken serious and never lightly. While I understand the streaming business and the need to say crazy things in order to get clicks and impressions, the thought that somebody's personal struggle with suicide can be used by anybody for jokes and views is disgusting and cruel. While I've been off the net, it was brought to my attention that the streamer Snowcone made up a false rumor that I admitted myself into a suicide facility in order to get attention from my ex. I was involuntarily admitted into a suicide facility because
All right, so first of all, this was like 5 days before I posted my video, and basically what happened was she kept on blowing up my phone, spamming my phone, no caller ID, text messages, calling my friends, and kept on saying, can I get back with you? Can we please work this out? I'm going insane. I'm going to, manipulation words to get me to fucking give her attention, because I was trying my hardest to just move forward in life. I caught her cheating. I'm trying to move forward, but she's blowing up my phone trying to just...
Bro, that's the guilt, man. Listen, I've been cheated on before, and literally, once you go ghost on them, I'm pretty sure if you guys have been cheated on before, and they get caught up, they have that manipulation that they do. They blow up your phone. They say they're gonna do stuff, blah blah blah. But listen, you cheat, let me say this to you guys. If anybody cheats in the relationship, it's cooked. It's done. There's no getting back. You can't get back with that person. And I'm going to tell you why. Because as a man, you get back with your girl after she cheated on you, you don't respect yourself. You don't. Because it's one thing. Let me say this. Because your girl went behind your back and broke that trust, broke that loyalty. One thing a man is, we are very, like, is the word possessive? I don't even know. I wouldn't even say possessive, but we're very, damn. I guess you could say possessive. Like, we are very possessive over our girl. We don't want our girl doing anything that we, don't approve of. So if our girl, breaks that trust, breaks that loyalty, as a man, you have to walk away. You cannot get back with your girl after she cheats. And if you're the one that does get back with your girl, good luck, because once a cheater, they will cheat on you again because they know that they will get you back. Simple as that.
get my attention, saying she's gonna do this. Even when she was going to the hospital, she was like, I'm leaving. And then she was calling me in the hospital, bruh. And I talked to her.
Guys, if you have been cheated on before, just move on. Seriously, move on. There are people out there that will treat you way better, that won't break that trust, that won't break that loyalty, and will love you unconditionally. You just gotta love, first of all, love yourself more than you love anybody else first. You know what I'm saying? And everything will fall into place for you. You attract what you are. If you are, all right, let me stop that.
Her parents said that she only had like 3 calls or whatever. She kept on spamming me on the hospital phone, bro. Like, bro.
I was considered a threat to myself. It was a terrible experience and one I would never wish on myself.
And then the moment she got out, she literally posted it on the internet. That's a personal thing that nobody had to know. But because you want to go ahead and post it on the internet, you want to gain sympathy. Before, it's like you almost knew that I was going to expose you for cheating on me with your cousin. Because why are you going to the internet about you being in a facility? If you're really trying to like fix your head and get yourself right, why are you trying to sympathy farm online by posting yourself in the facility talking about, for the past couple of days, I just came out because I tried to do this and that. Like, bro, that's sympathy farming. That's not something that needs to be on the internet. And I don't know what else to say, bro.
Or anybody else. I want to say to Snow Cone that while I understand I'm not perfect and I've done wrong, regardless of the mistakes that a person makes, that doesn't give you or anybody else the right to belittle, lie, and create false allegations about somebody's mental health. Throughout all of this, you've lied and made up rumors about me in order to hate farm me and get attention. Even though you don't care, I want to let you know that the rumors you created have garnered me more death threats and have made my mental battle that much harder. And that hurts from someone I considered a close friend. Me and my ex were involved in a toxic and abusive relationship.
Toxic and abusive. Toxic and abusive. This is what they always fucking do. You see how the shift went from, I'm sorry for sending my cousin nudes. I'm sorry that you had to walk in on me showing my bare ass and my bare ass cheeks to my cousin on FaceTime, to me and my ex had a very toxic relationship and it was very abusive. But you know what? Let's see what I did. Let's see how abusive I was, right? Okay, let's see.
When I was in love with him,
If he was abusive, how come we didn't see any of that in the messages that she was sending to her cousin? I mean, maybe I feel like maybe if she was deleting messages, maybe, but I feel like at least something in there would say, yeah, like he's done this, he's toxic, blah blah blah. But I don't think we've seen any of that.
I was blind to the harmful behavior and abuse that was going on. Our relationship was built on unhealthy emotional attachment, and I stayed because it was all that I knew. He was my first boyfriend. He was my first everything.
You stayed because that's all you, bro. There were so many times where I tried to get away from you, but literally at TwitchCon, bro, I was in LA with my boys, bro, and you was literally calling me, telling me that you was finna, and then like, bro, like, I don't know, like, bro, I get soft around that. I get soft with that shit because like, bro, I don't want to be responsible. I care about you. I don't want to see you do that to yourself. But when you're calling me, spamming me, saying you're gonna do that, bro, keep in mind, TwitchCon was in San Diego. I was in LA. She started saying she was gonna do that stuff, saying how sad she was. This was like when we broke up or whatever, back in like TwitchCon last year. And then I drove all the way from LA to San Diego because she kept on threatening to do that to herself. And then, bro, it's just a mess, bro. Like, I have tried to leave several times. Yes, this was a toxic relationship, but stop trying to put the blame on me. You did what you did, and now you're trying to change the narrative to make it seem like I was a toxic, abusive boyfriend. Like, how can you do that right now, bro?
And I met him when I was 18, just graduated high school, and he was 21. There's two sides to every story.
I met him when I was 18, just graduated high school, and he was 21. First of all, you was a freshman in college, and I just turned 21, and I was literally a junior in college, okay? Now, I don't even know why that, like you try to make it seem like I was, like, no, I did not mess with you before you were 18. I messed with you after. Once you were in college, bro, like, what's going on right now? Like, you're trying so hard to make me look weird and to shift the focus, but bro, stop it, bro. It's not gonna work.
This is
and
sick.
our relationship was unhealthy on both ends. And since he decided to bring my wrongdoings onto the internet, I believe it is only fair that I bring attention to the things that he has done to me, because my ex was never a saint like he paints himself out to be.
Who is giving her this script? This shit is horrible.
We had a lot of arguments throughout our relationship, which was normal. But what
Like,
wasn't
I don't know. I just can't believe her.
normal was the verbal, mental, and physical abuse that he subjected me to.
Hey, by the way, y'all notice how she's reading the script, right? Like,
Yeah.
like, I wish I could just zoom in on her eyes these soulless evil eyes and just see the fucking script on her PC screen, bro. This is sickening, bro. Like, these niggas really emailed her talk about, we gonna save you. All you gotta do is sign your soul away. Her soul is gone, bro. She's reading off a script they orchestrated a whole story to bring me down. It's sick.
He put me through a lot in the past 2.5 years of us being together. He even forced himself on me at one point.
Say wallahi. Yo, hold on.
My ex dealt with a lot of anger issues, and he would often use me as...
Okay, no. First of all, I've never forced myself on her. I've never forced myself on her. I've never put my hands on her. I've never done any of the sort, my nigga. First of all, this girl was literally like, I don't know what's the word, like over sexual or like overly freaky. But bro, she literally would force me to drink.
Oh, wait. All right, let's see. You think it was weird of you to force me to smoke/drink? I never smoked a full blunt before. How often you smoke? I smoked my last one. I smoked where? I smoked a lot without you knowing.
Never drank or smoke in my life.
Like, just aggravated for no reason. So you know, was spending your money on weed every week not really like a bit to last me a good while, because remember, at the end of the day, I'm a lightweight. I never smoked a full blunt before. I only take small hits. You think it was weird of you to force me to smoke? Okay, yes, that's why I stopped with the smoking. I told you to close to before we broke up that I want us to only drink for special occasions, and I meant that.
Life until I met this girl. I have African parents and I don't fuck with that shit. I remember there was a time, she even forced me to get my matching tattoo. There was a time, I think it was at the tattoo shop or whatever. I was on a double date. It was me, her, and two girls. They were gay or whatever. And bro, she was getting on me because I told her I did not want to smoke and drink, bro. She was literally in the hallway crashing out on me because I did not want to smoke and drink. This girl was a bad influence, always trying to force me to smoke and drink every fucking time she seen me, bro. Because she didn't know how to do anything, process or have fun without that shit, bro. Like, I just don't fuck with that shit. I don't fuck with smoking or drinking, but, you know, I just thought, you know, she's my ex or whatever. At the time, she was my girl, whatever. I was like, you know what, bro? Fuck it, bro. She wants to do it, then fuck it, bro. I'm gonna do it with her. But I never did that shit just to do it, bro. I don't fuck with that shit.
An outlet. For example, he would punch things, he would rip wires in the heat of conflicts. He would yell at me when I cried.
I would punch things, my nigga? I've never punched shit. What are you talking about, bro? And yes, I ain't gonna lie, early back in the day, I did have like slight anger issues or whatever, but I would never touch her. I would never put my hands on her. But yes, this is already on the internet. Like, every single time we break up, she goes to the internet and talked about this shit. Like, she's talked about this already. So why is she bringing this up again to make me look bad? Like, we're not forgetting the fucking bucket list, bro. We're not forgetting how you fucking cheated on me with your cousin. But whatever, keep going.
He gaslit me until I believed I was the problem. There were 2 or 3 times where my ex would approach me unprovoked and put me in a chokehold against the wall. And
put you in a chokehold?
Yeah, these are crazy.
Like, you're making me seem like I'm the fucking, like I'm a fucking devil. Put you in a chokehold. Does that, yo, like, anybody that knows me in real life, does that even sound like something I would do? You're telling me I would walk up to you and just fucking put you in a chokehold? What type of shit is that, bro? Like, nigga, I've never heard you say that shit ever. Like, where's the proof, bro? Like, how are you saying this with a straight face? This gotta be a script.
Scared, and he wouldn't. The next thing I'm about to say are serious allegations that I know men often get falsely accused of.
Falsely accused. So, you're about to falsely accuse me like every other girl does to niggas, bro.
Crazy.
Let's see what you got to say.
But at the end of the day, all I can do is come on here, tell my truth, tell my story, whether you want to believe it or not. There was a time when me and my ex were drinking, and he forced himself onto me.
Every single time we drank, she forced me to drink. Every single time we drank, she forced me to drink. She would always say, I want to see you blackout drunk. I want to see you drunk. I want you to just get loose and do whatever. But that's not the point. Because I've never forced myself onto you. Never. Every single time we did something, we had consent. You know why? You know why? Because you're the overly sexual one. I'm a nonchalant ass nigga. I be chilling in my own world. And I think that's what made you mad. I think that's what made you think I don't like you, because I'm not always trying to fuck. I'm not always trying to have sex because I believe there's more to just sex, bro. You're always, every single day. Like, bro, when we were long distance, we was literally cracking every single day, 2 times a day. In the moment I told her I don't want to do it. I can't do it. She would gaslight me, say I don't love her. She would start crying. She would just force me, bruh. Like, bro. And then when she moved over here, obviously I see her every single day. So it's impossible to do that shit every single day. And I think that's what got in her head. And that's when she started saying stuff like, I thought you didn't like me no more. I thought you never touched me no more. And that's when I guess she cheated on me with her cousin. But I don't know. Like, that's just what she wants y'all to believe, bro. But I don't.
And it hurt, and I cried, and I begged him to stop, but he never did. At the time,
Like, come on, bro. Are you dead ass? You begged me to stop and I never... Bro, come on,
my
bro.
essay, he was very rough on me, which resulted in me getting a cut on my insides. Luckily, I was able to take video footage.
Y'all seen how she just looked at the script?
Luckily, I was able to take video footage of the blood on the scene and a graphic photo of the damage that resulted.
Let me see this. Okay, yes. Okay. So, Saturday, July 13th, okay? 2 days before your birthday. There's blood on the floor, right? There's no way out of this one. Tell me why July 18th, the same year, by the way, a couple days after your birthday, there's blood on the sheets and on the pillows. You know why? Because you're a freak and you always wanted me to crack. Always. Even when you was on, you know, your period, that time of the month. You thought if I didn't do it, I would think of you.
Oh, bloody no. Oh, this all.
As disgusting. I didn't love you. So you know what? That's when I explored that and we started doing that. And I always had consent because that's what you wanted. You liked doing vampire sex. So what's on the floor is not the results of me doing that to you. That's just consent and what we had going on. I would...
Wait, she just said that she was bleeding from the inside. Like a cut on the inside, right? Did she go to the hospital? Because if you have a cut on the inside, don't you gotta, see.
Video footage of the blood on the scene and a graphic photo of the damage that resulted. Rough on me, which resulted in me getting a cut on my insides.
A cut on the inside. Where on the inside? Because because I would think you would have to go to the hospital, don't you? So
what we had going on. I would never force myself onto you. I always had consent. I had proof from you. You always expressed how you wanted to do it during that time of month. And we did. The proof is in the pudding, bruh. So you're telling me July 13th, you're telling me what, like fucking, cause this is a hotel, by the way. The sheets get changed. Shit gets clean. So you're telling me 13 to 18, 5 days later, I did it again? I did it again to you? I did the same exact thing I did on the 13th, on the 18th again to you? But aside from that, we broke up tons of times and she always ran to the internet. Why, if this really happened, why was this never a talking point in every single time you streamed once we broke up? It was always stuff like, oh, he would yell at me. Oh, something about the airport. He left me at the airport. Why was this never a topic? Why, matter of fact, why was this never brought to the police? Why is this only coming to the light now? I bet $100,000 that nobody in the world can say that you told them this. This is false. This is cap. And I know this is what the fucking reputation savers told you to look for. Any proof of fucking violence or SA. Like, you're sick and you're not gonna manipulate these people, bro. You're not gonna do that, bro. Fuck no.
After all this abuse, I formed a trauma bond with my ex, which made it hard for me to leave and left me in a cycle of half-hearted apologies that I
Made it hard for you to leave, bro? What?
continue to accept. This was a memory of mine that was heavily repressed because I didn't know how to process it at the time, and I was very oblivious to what a healthy relationship was supposed to look like. After 1 year of mental torment and trying to get my ex to change to no avail, I left. Here's proof of my ex admitting to his anger issues and admitting to the abuse.
we gotta go back to the
Mind that was heavily repressed because I didn't know how to process it at the time, and I was very oblivious to what a healthy relationship was supposed to look like. After 1 year of mental torment and trying to get my ex to change to no avail.
Damn, can this guy read them? I don't like reading. He said, yeah, man, I passed out last night. Can you give me a brief overview of why you broke up with? I could tell, but I finished at 3 a.m. anyway, so I knew you'd be asleep. He lost a real one because of his problems. He was never able to fix it. I was putting 100% of myself into a relationship to fix it while he was putting 50%. So it didn't work. Despite everything, I loved him and believed in him and gave him my trust. And all in hopes he would change, but he never will for me because soon after our talk next day, we have an argument where his stubbornness held him back from being mature. It's just proof he will never change. Not for me, at least. Not while in this relationship. He needs to be alone to see that. So I stood up for myself and broke up with him 2 days ago when we argued again. I can't see the over here, but it says you're asleep before you want to handle the situation between us two. So please let me know right now. I am so genuine. Now I'm good. You got it. You can repeatedly hurt me, but you get to claim you love me, right? You claim to you tried, right? I can forgive you as many times as humanly possible, and you can remain the same man, right? I can go through hell and back and still be the one to try and repair what we had, be the one to come back, but I'm the one that doesn't care as much, right? I hope you rot in hell. Damn.
I left. Here's proof of my ex admitting to his anger
Alright, you're going too fast.
was supposed to look like. After 1 year of mental torment and trying to get my ex to change to no avail, I left. Here's proof of my
Alright. I started shaking when I seen your text. I still am good. Wait, so who's saying this? Okay, so she's good. You hope I rot in hell. I've been in hell for the past 11 days. I have been experiencing hell on earth. Good. I am just so speechless right now. You should be. I was just thinking about you and ranting about you. Is you texting me in right now God's work? Nah, the devil.
ex admitting to his anger issues
Right now I feel absolutely tarnished and destroyed in life. I don't even feel like I deserve to talk to you right now because of what I've put you through. I wish after my countless promises that I kept them, and when I said I would do better, I'm not going to talk about the effects of what I've been going through because I'm not trying to manipulate you to feeling bad for me or possibly twist your mind, but this is how I feel. I am someone with a great amount of pride and anger issues. In the heat of a disagreement, I hold onto my pride and I argue till I die. That's what I've been told by many people, just not you. I don't like being wrong, but I think for as many times as I said I would calm and that down, yet never did. I'm so effed up for that. I was looking at a picture of you maybe a few days ago with Brittany, and I was asking how I could make such a sweet girl cry. How could I do something so bad to such a lovable woman? These 11 days have been full of emotion, and I've seen this video of a guy. It kind of just sounds like love bombing. I feel like they both did love each other, you know, and one of them, which is her, just got carried away and try to venture outside of the relationship. But I've seen all of this before. I feel like this is all like love bombing, like you're so comfortable with the person. Like, yeah, you guys argue, yeah, you guys fight, but you don't want to go through like having to talk to somebody new again. So you just go back to what's comfortable.
and admitting to the abuse that led to the fallout
Alright, I'm not
of our
reading all of
relationship.
that.
This was
Sorry.
like our first breakup, by the way. We have like 4 more where I broke up with her and whatever.
The letters that he wrote for me where he confessed to his abuse and confessed to the wrongdoing.
By the way, this has nothing to do with you cheating on me with your cousin, by the way. This has to do with me trying to get you back after the first time we broke up because I had anger issues. And I agreed that I would yell a lot, but I never put my hands on you. Never did that. Never.
He put me through in our relationship. I also have a screenshot of a 20-minute confession where he confessed to his wrongdoings, and he made it for me in order to convince me to continue being in a relationship with him. I tried to re-access the link in order to showcase a video for you guys today, but it was sent by him and it was privated by him, so I no longer have access to it. My ex often tried to use money as a way to avoid responsibility for his shortcomings. I'm very grateful for everything my ex bought for me. However, I don't
What, nigga? What? You're the last person. Bro, hold on.
appreciate insisting that I was freeloading off of him when everything he ever did was his choice, and I don't
Everything I did was my choice. Everything I did was my choice. Are you fucking dead ass? You know.
Wait, so
avoid responsibility. Access to the
hold
link
on.
in order to showcase
And I
Let me
agree.
read this. They told me based on the way I treated them, I have anger issues. I like to argue. They're based on how I text them and shoot them in the past, even going back on how we text and shoot my. I just realized that when I get angry, I became a different person to start calling people out their names as they were telling me. When I got angry, I often called them whores, sluts, thoughts, etc., but then trying to apologize. Okay, what I can say about this, I feel like I've been in a toxic relationship before, and my ex, she will call me out of my name, and Did I find that as abusive? I don't know. Maybe because I'm a man, I didn't really, you know, think it was abuse towards me. But I don't know. Maybe coming from a guy to a girl, it is. I don't know. What else did he say? I try to figure out why I was so cold and dark. I just feel like he's the type of guy when he gets mad, he just be yelling like instead of holding his as a man, you gotta hold your emotions in. You gotta think before you speak because a lot of girls they just do stuff to provoke and you just gotta, you know, you can't sometimes you just gotta laugh. One thing with me, with my ex used to be yelling at me, calling me out of my names. I just used to laugh, like because I couldn't take her serious. Like she would just argue with me over bullshit, and I would just laugh, which would just make it worse. And she would just be like, "I hate you. I hope you die." Blah blah blah. So stuff like that. I don't know. I've always been able to hold in, my emotions when it comes to people like arguing with me because like at the end of the day it's never that serious. Like if you're not gonna put your hands on me, I'm talking about from a guy's perspective, but if you're not gonna put your hands on me over something, then words don't mean nothing. Words really don't hurt me, you get what I'm saying?
Agreed that I would yell a lot, but I've never put my hands on you. Never did that. Never.
He put me through in our relationship. I also have a screenshot of a 20-minute confession where he confessed to his wrongdoings, and he made it for me in order to convince me to continue being in a relationship with him. I tried to reaccess the link in order to showcase a video for you guys today, but it was sent by him and it was privated by him.
Oh, you privated it, okay. Alright. If it wasn't that bad, should have left it in, but I don't know.
And so I no longer have access to it.
And it's crazy that he actually remembered that to go back and
Ex also tried
private
to use
it.
money as a way to avoid responsibility for his shortcomings. I'm very grateful for everything my
He ain't saying that. I don't know why he ain't saying nothing about that.
ex bought for me. However, I don't
What, nigga? What? You're the last person, bro. Hold on.
appreciate insisting that I was freeloading off of him when everything he ever did was his choice. And I don't
Everything I did was my choice. Everything I did was my choice? Are you fucking dead ass? You know how much money I spent on you and you're saying that was my choice? Bruh, I did everything for you. You got a car that didn't even fucking work. So you know what I did? I helped you take it to the shop and paid for everything. You missed flights that you were supposed to make on time. And because you were stranded at the airport, you know what you did? You called me so I could pay for those flights. But even if you didn't call me to pay for those flights, you had other people paying for you. Your mod manager, his name is X. I don't know who the fuck he is, but I would go to your Cash App and you had thousands sent to you. And meanwhile, I'm working my ass off. You had money on the side coming from this nigga and you just don't even help. You just, I don't know what it went to or what you did with that money, but you just had money coming in from multiple other guys. And I'm guessing that's why you're saying that you didn't even fucking ask me to help you because you had money from other guys. The whole time you was asking me, you asked me to buy you food, you asked me to buy you this, take you there, buy you flights, take you to Universal Studios, $2,000 trip by the way, pay for everything, flights, everything, but okay. All right.
I believe a relationship should just be reduced to illicit expenses either. Monetary value does not disregard toxic behaviors. After all these gestures, I took my ex back in February of 2025. And in March of that year, after leaving him from the airport, I was set into a spiral of losing myself and wanting to seek therapy. Here's the video.
Bro, come on. Why are you playing the victim, my nigga? You talked about this on the internet when we broke up 1 year ago, bro. You're really trying so hard to bring up stuff that doesn't even correlate to you cheating on me with your cousin to make me look bad, bro. I see right through this. The internet sees right through this. Bro, if anything, bro, you emailed fucking Crisis and Reputation Saver, bro. It's done, bro. You're done, bro. But whatever. Keep talking.
I just don't know what I'm doing anymore, but I feel like
bro, this doesn't show nothing, bro. Bro, yes, we've broken up many times and you went to the airport, but every single time I would come and bring you back, that's we was toxic. Yes, we had a toxic relationship. The internet already knew that. You brought this to the internet many times. There's clips of you talk about me, lying on me already, bro.
I'm sorry, it's just so non-descriptive, but I just kind of want to put everything out because I'm making point in my life right now, but it's not your problem at all. At all.
I had sent this video to a friend. By the way, she sent this to the guy who sends her every single dollar she had to her name. His name was Etz. He basically was a sugar daddy that she didn't really talk to me about. She would FaceTime him at times. I really wish I knew what they were FaceTiming about. Maybe it was some cousin shit. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of times she would say this is her friend, but nah, it's her sugar daddy. Because you know why? Because he would often pay for her Ubers, pay for her rebookings if she missed a flight, pay for all of that.
At the end of the day, I chose to stay in this relationship and I made my mistakes. I regret everything.
Like, I hate how you're trying to make it seem like you was trapped in here, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, I fought demons to leave your ass, bruh. I fought fucking demons to leave you, nigga. I was fighting demons, bro. Everybody that knows me knows that you, like, manipulated me and I was fighting demons. I tried leaving several times, bro. Several times, but each time I tried to leave, it was, Kenneth, please. I'm about to manipulation, bro. Like, it's just like, bruh.
Everything I did, and I wish I could take it all back. I never wanted to hurt anybody, and I understand how badly I messed up. The only thing I can do from now is take the time to better myself and to heal.
Yeah, so after all that, so yeah, basically I cheated on Kenneth with my cousin. But you know what? He did all of this in the past and some things that I just found out because the crisis reputation saver people told me to lie about. But, you know, after all that, I'm sorry again for cheating with my cousin.
The next and final thing I would like to discuss is my mental health. Throughout everything that has happened, I have come to terms with the fact that I suffer with depression.
Depression. Depression. What type of depression makes you send news to your cousin? What type of depression makes you lie to me that you're going to stream in Kentucky just to hang out with your cousin? What type of depression does that, bruh? That's not depression. Why do girls always play the I'm depressed? I'm depressed, so I went ahead and spread my legs and took pictures down there to send to my cousin because I'm depressed. In my house, by the way, in the other room, by the way, door is locked. I always wondered why the doors were locked, but you know, it makes sense now. It makes so much sense now.
Everything that has happened, I have come to terms. I chose to stay in this relationship and I made my mistakes. I regret everything I did and I wish I could take it all back. I never wanted to hurt anybody and I understand how badly I messed
Not a single tear in those eyes, by the way. And she's reading a script.
up. The only thing I can do from now is take the time to better myself and to heal. The next and final thing I would like to discuss is my mental health. Throughout everything that has happened, I have come to terms with the fact that I suffer with depression. It's a battle that I've been unknowingly fighting for understanding myself. They need when they need it, and it can often lead to self-destruction multiple times. And the only reason I'm here right now is because I felt helpless, and every day I would struggle with finding a reason to continue to live. I often felt like the world would be a better place without me. The suicide facility that I was admitted to, fair and inhumane treatment that these people receive.
Like, bro, you really.
I honestly feel like it would have just been better if she just came back, apologized for what she did, and then, you know, just kept it moving. And, you know, waited maybe a month and then started streaming again. And I'm not saying people will forget, but because I don't know, I'm kind of leaning on the side where I'm not believing her. I understand they had, you know, a toxic relationship and a lot of love bombing I see. And, you know, like, that's how, if you guys have been in a toxic relationship, love can make you do some crazy, crazy things. And I feel like this was the case for the both of them. Like, they were just so comfortable with each other that they didn't want to leave each other. And, you know, like he said that she was gonna, you know, do things to herself if he didn't get back with her, blah, blah, blah. You know, he had anger issues. They were both toxic. Not saying the relationship couldn't have worked, but don't blame you having, you know, depression or anxiety on you cheating on somebody with your cousin. Is crazy to me. Like, just because you have those, you know, there's people that really go through stuff like that, and they can't even get up out of bed. They like the depression is so bad they can't even get up out of bed. They're on, you know, antidepressants, all of these things. And, you know, I think mental health isn't something to play around with, especially during mental health. I think isn't it Men's Mental Health Month? But yeah, I think mental health isn't something to play with because a lot of people, they get stuck in their head, and the mind could tell you some crazy, crazy things.
Trying to sympathy farm, bro. I'm the victim. God, bro, like, nigga, I'm the victim. Even in the height of the situation, I had a calm voice catching you cheat on me. I didn't put hands on you catching you cheat on me. I didn't do nothing. I told you to leave my house, and that's what you did. Like, I'm not the bad guy, and you're not gonna sit here and put all these false allegations on me and make me seem like I'm the bad guy, bro. Like, it's fucking sick.
And from my experience there and my own personal journey, I've been very motivated to advocate for better resources and more attention given to these people to assist them in getting the proper help that they need. I understand that my actions have consequences, and I also understand how the internet works. So I knew the hate was inevitable, and I have no problem with facing that. However, I do want to remind you guys.
By the way, the moment I posted that video, you deleted all your accounts. And days before I posted that video, you started sympathy farming on your Instagram story, posting about how you was in the facility and how the facility treated you so wrong. And then you started texting people saying, yeah, life has been tough. But, you know, you just never really came to terms with what you did, which was cheat on me with your cousin. And I still think even now you believe you're in the right. I still don't think you, like, fathom what you did. Like, I think this was just a way to try to fix your PR, but I just think you dug yourself a bigger grave with this one. You should have just, I don't know.
Guys, that I am still a human being, and I don't think anyone deserves the immense cyberbullying and the non-stop death threats that I've received in the past few days. I do believe that bringing all of this to the internet and the way my ex did was completely wrong. And
every single time we broke up in the past 5+ times, you brought it to the internet. You're the
She said
few days. I do believe that bringing all of this to the internet and the way my ex did was completely wrong. And
every single time we broke up in the past 5+ times, you brought it to the internet. You're the streamer. You literally go on live and tell them everything, every single thing I did. Bro, if you're her mod, bro, come on, bro. Don't even fucking lie, bro. She would speak on everything, bring it to the internet every single time. And I kept my mouth shut. Even when she lied to me, even when she lied on my name, I kept my mouth shut because I just didn't want to bring our personal relationship to the internet. This is the one time I snapped, and it's because I found her cheating on me with her cousin in my house, and I have a valid reason to bring that to the internet, and I don't care what nobody says. If you're in my situation, if the roles were reversed and she caught me cheating and I was doing some shit with my cousin,
yeah,
bro, she would
most definitely blow this dude up, literally.
Internet.
It would have been everywhere.
To shame me. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Invasive. It felt like a breach in our privacy. I know a lot of people don't believe I deserve the platform that I have and don't think I should come back to the internet at all. I understand. What I did is undoable, it's terrible, and I can't tell you enough how much I regret it. However, I do want to—
You don't bro. You don't regret it, bro. And I don't even think you understand how wrong it is. Cause the way you're texting me, the way you're saying, I'm sorry, but you know what? I could get you into Stream University.
I'll pay for everything. I'll take this place to take this to Mexico. Okay, wanted. Do you, bro? She's just trying to pay for things to make up for what she did. Tell me you're there. Kenneth, tell me this isn't the end of us. Tell me I can fix this. And she's just trying to make it better so that she didn't get exposed.
No, I'll buy you your favorite car and your favorite dog. Like, bro, like this, like you're insane. Like, what did I get myself into, bro? What the fuck did I get myself into, bro? What did I get myself into, bro? Like, why me, bro? I'm just trying to like live my life, move forward in life. Why am I going through this, bro?
come back. I do want to be able to use my platform to raise awareness for mental health because I know there's a lot of—
Nigga, nobody wants to listen to someone who cheated on their boyfriend with their cousin.
Yeah, no.
You're not, bro, what? What are you talking about? Who's gonna want to listen to you? That's incest. That you could go to jail for that.
out there who are just like me, who are struggling and they don't even know it.
Nobody's struggling with fucking keeping their fucking hands to themselves and fucking not texting their cousin in a sexual way. You're the only one struggling with this. Who the fuck else is struggling with this? This is not depression. This is incest. Stop. Yo, people who are actually depressed.
The one thing that I find crazy that she said, she was like, growing up, she had a crush on her cousin, and she said, maybe it was the hormones or something like that. Like, bro, what? I have cousins my age. I know people. I've never. I mean, you don't really know what people do behind. That to me is very, very like. You're telling me out of 8 billion people in the world, you have a crush on your cousin? I mean, is there more than 8 billion people? There's probably more, but you have a crush on your cousin. Come on.
I'm sorry, because she's making fun of
and
your
you want your cousin to see your body. You want, like, that's so weird.
Disorder. This is not depression.
And I will be back to doing what I love. because at the end of the day, I want to use my platform to help people. And I do.
You want to use your platform to help people. Okay.
Well, this is the end of the video. So all I wanted to say is, bro, what she could have done, which would have been the smarter move, in my opinion, just come to the internet, apologize for what you did. You know, you're not perfect. You get what I'm saying? Nobody in life is perfect. You know, just apologize and then, you know, take a little break, evaluate your life and what you want to do, and then just come back to streaming. Like, people are still gonna make fun of you because of the situation, yeah, but that's something you gotta overcome because, you know, it's something you did. You can't, just because you did it in the in not in the light, just because it comes to light, you gotta come to terms with it now. You get what I'm saying? You got exposed for doing something that is, you know, messed up. You were cheating on your, you know, somebody that you were fighting to be with, just to cheat on them. It makes no sense. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is gonna be the last reaction I do of this. You know, I don't know. Like, I wish the best for the both of these guys, and you know, she could come back to streaming, and you know, make her money, because I don't like when people, you know, they lose their source of income. You get what I'm saying? And I hope for Kenneth, you know, he finds a girl that actually loves him. So appreciate y'all for watching. I love y'all. Be safe, and I will see you guys in the next one.